Hey guys, it's Andrew from 510 Books. Day one of my July warehouse sale, which is my book and media sale, is in the books. Yay! It was and is really hot here in Southern California, especially where I live. It was like 95 degrees since about midday. First 3 hours or so of being open from 8 to like 11 or so was nice. Even all the way up to noon, actually. There were some clouds passing over. But once you got to about 12:30, it just started to get scorching. By 2 o'clock, I was frying. But it is cooler in the warehouse than, of course, standing outside in the sun. So that's a good thing. It's just I don't have any cross breeze going. And I definitely need to figure out a fan situation, where to put it, where to point it, how big it's going to be, how loud it's going to be, or quiet, hopefully. So those things need to be considered during the summer. Of course, this is July, so it is really hot. But anyway, aside from that, it was an awesome sale. I had a lot of people come through. I counted one time at my peak, I had 13 people in the space at the same time. And that was without anyone over looking at the DVD. So I could have fit another like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 easy over there. So doing the numbers on that, I can at least have 20 people here pretty comfortably. The reason I do that is because I like to look into the future, or at least try to visualize a lot more people coming to my sale now that we're coming out of this pandemic. And I like to think of, way more people coming, double, triple the amount of people than I've got at my peak, at my best sales. So today was great. I said in my video yesterday that I wasn't sure about if a lot of people were going to come because of it being right in the middle of summer and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of people came. I had 46. So the good thing about this is I have Square. So not only does it help me check out people, ring them up, but also it tracks all of my sales data. So it tells me exactly how many people actually made a purchase, what the average sale was per customer, and of course the total sales. So amongst other things where it breaks it down by category, which I did not look at, but I had 46 people buy something. Now, I think there may have been, I know there was one person for sure that made 2 separate purchases. Actually, 2 people made 2 separate purchases, so that would be 44 people. But still, nonetheless, I don't care. It's really great. The most I've ever had in one sale is over 100. It was like 108 or 110 for over 3 days. So I had 46 people come today on Friday. Saturday is usually really solid. It's been solid, so I'm hoping that Saturday will be great too. But anyway, it's a great start to the day, or to the 3-day sale. So that's exciting, number one. The heat was not so exciting, but it's still not, raining. Rain will definitely keep people away, I have found, and freezing cold, but really hot summer days apparently don't keep people away. So yeah. And of course it helps that, more people are going out these days, and also that we don't have to wear a mask. It's optional. You can wear it if you feel more comfortable, but I didn't have to wear a mask today, so that was great. The other thing is, which I mentioned in another video, which I'm glad came true, is I got some donations. Someone donated books, another person donated records, and another person donated records. So I got 3 donations, 2 of which were records, which is awesome. I'm always excited about getting records because those, that media type, in addition to video games, are always the hardest for me to find in between sales, new ones that I can add. For my repeat customers mostly, because I have repeat customers for all the different types of media, but I definitely do for records and for video games. So I always try to have new titles to put out. So I got some new records, almost a box full, and then another one is probably like, 3/4 of a box full. So about a box and a half, plus some 45s. And I saw a couple Beatles 45s in there, so there could be some good stuff. Didn't have a chance to look through it, of course. But I did go through the books that I got, the donations, and there were some old textbooks. Actually, some of them were vintage, so I'm going to put those up for sale on eBay. I already put out a few, probably like half a dozen or more books, so that was good. So that's awesome. That's a good start. And also, I made some contact with a few people you never know where it's going to go, but with people that say they have stuff they would like to sell, things like CDs, records, even audio cassette tapes, and someone even said they have a closet full of audiobooks, which I said, well, I can't pay very much, but if you bring them all to me, maybe I can give a little bit of money to you. So anyway, so all of that is great, making those contacts, and these are new people as well. You never know whether people are going to follow through, even though they took a card and they said they're going to. Hopefully they will contact me. Some do, some don't, right? Some people will contact you immediately. It'll be months down the road before they contact you, or they'll come back to the sale, kind of a thing. So it was a surprise, though, to get the record donations. That was awesome. And then they wanted to buy a couple records, so I just gave it to them for free. So that was good. Overall, it was super positive. One thing I will say, which I think I mentioned before about local sales, if you're ever going to get into local sales, is you're going to have to deal with people face to face. If you're not comfortable with that, I wouldn't recommend doing a local sale. If you don't like talking to people very much, and I'm not a person that is super chatty, for sure. I like to just keep to myself, more introverted. But when I have to, like in my sale, I can be super chatty and talk to people and get to know people a little bit. And so anyway, my point is that if you're going to do a local sale, you're going to have to come across people. First of all, you have to talk to people, but also you're going to come across people that are not going to be that pleasant, or going to be difficult to talk to, difficult communicators. And I will just say, if you're going into a sale and before you even start looking at records, let's say, or CDs or whatever, or you barely start looking, you start asking about discounts, you should probably reconsider that strategy, or turn around and leave, because with me, at least, it's not really going to work. If you come in, especially, okay, also I should say, as part of that equation, I've never seen you before, so I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't have a relationship, and that's how you start off. What I would recommend is rewinding and coming in and saying hello, whatever, but looking at everything that you're interested in, getting a bunch of stuff together, then coming up, let's say you got a whole bunch of stuff, let's say you got 50 records, let's say you got 40 CDs, and then saying, well, do you do any bulk discounts? I actually don't like to do bulk discounts, and my general policy is to not do it, but I would say 40 CDs is not enough. I would say if you have like 100. If you have a ton, then maybe I'll do it, right? But again, if you go into a thrift store and you buy 100 CDs, they're not going to give you discounts, as far as I understand it. A thrift store that is, like Goodwill, that's a chain thrift store, not a mom and pop. You might get it at a mom and pop, but at a chain, you're probably not going to get it. You're definitely not going to get it at a retail store, unless you have a coupon, or they have buy $100 worth and get $10 back. That kind of stuff, which I could implement, but I don't currently. Anyway, but that's a different conversation than just walking in and one of the first things you say is, do you do bulk discounts? And I know they say, oh, well, because I want to know before I start looking and spending a lot of time, whether it's worth my time to get a bunch together, and then I go to the front and then to check out, and you won't even give me a discount. Well, then you're going about it all wrong. Build a relationship, get to know somebody. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. So just be aware that if you're going to do, if you're considering doing something like I have here, or even something on a smaller scale, like at a swap meet or flea market or antique mall or anything along those lines, or even getting a retail space, not a warehouse space, but a retail space, that you're going to have to deal with all kinds of people, and some people are just going to rub you the wrong way, and sometimes they push you too far. But thankfully that rarely has happened. It's only happened once or twice in all the 15 or 16 sales I've had here, where somebody has really, really gone too far with me. But by and large, I just let it roll off, keep it moving, because that's one out of 46 or 45, 44 people that came today that did that. So it's just going to happen. And guess what? This person did not buy anything. They left after they had hardly spent any time looking at anything. And then, yeah, anyway. So it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. So just keep that in mind. But today was a great sale. I had a few resellers come out and they spent some money. So that was awesome as well. I'm all for it. I already have this stuff out on the shelves. I've decided if there's anything that I would send in Amazon, I would have already sent it in. So whatever's out here, whatever the price is, I'm fine, right? As long as you're going to buy it, you're happy. It's great, right? I'll even consider having resellers come, and I've thought about this, saying, well, put out stuff that there's like, enough meat on the bone, right? They can make $5 to $10 of profit, and I'll still make, whatever I'm going to make per book. Which, especially if I'm getting them as donations, or I'm making a big bulk buy, and it's all still going to go towards profit. I mean, it's fine with me because resellers will, could be potentially, coming back every time and could be a consistent customer. So, but that's a small. Hardly have any resellers that come in here. Most of them are people that are actually gonna use the stuff that they buy. But I had a lot of new people come in, so that was awesome. So a lot of things going through my head, but I have to go ship a couple things for eBay before the day's over. So I just want to check in, let you guys know day 1 was awesome. Look forward to day 2. Hopefully there's more clouds in the sky, and maybe I'll buy a fan. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.